Hello, everybody, and welcome to the newest indoor adventure in recovery, part 5, part of our Four Keeps adventure. Today is May 25th, 2020, also known as the day before my birthday, which is why, once again, this year I wear my birthday shirt to symbolize that we are going to be having a wonderful, super fun adventure of the Four Keeps. If this is your first time joining us and you would like to find out what the fuck is going on, consider going to anywhere where podcasts are made available for free. You can find us there under Indoor Adventures, or if you would like to watch instead, you can go to youtube.com/indooradventures and you can find a whole slew of all of the journeys that we have been up to thus far. If you would help to support, or if you would like to help support the show, that's the order of words that they're supposed to go. You can go to patreon.com/indooradventures, where you can find our after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from the community, but also from each other. And they are currently being made and posted for free. So that's just something that you can add to your listening retinue. Speaking of a retinue of things, we have teamed up with our friend Babars, the creator behind the Power Outage tabletop RPG, as they wanted to let you all know that Power Outage is currently part of the Shelter in Play bundle being made available on Drive-Thru RPG. It is not just Power Outage, as well as the NA-nominated Out of the Frying Pan adventure for Power Outage, but it is also a collection of a bunch of other tabletop RPGs that are being independently created, that have all and the creators have all joined together to help create this bundle called Shelter in Play for you. It's only $10 instead of the $170 plus that it would normally be. It's a good time. I would highly recommend it. And hey, guess what? Speaking of things that I highly recommend, this show. We've been doing this for so long that we finally have 500 followers on our Twitch page. It's preposterous to me. And so, as part of that preposterity, we are having a giveaway where it's going to be a raffle-style giveaway. The first pick is going to be able to receive an 11-piece dice set of their choice from our dear friends at Die Hard Dice, and second place will receive a 7-piece dice set. The giveaway ends later tonight, and tomorrow, my birthday, I shall be having a Hobbit-style celebration where I get to announce who I am giving things away to instead of them buying things for me. So, just something to consider if you want to. The link is below or to the side, and I'm sorry for everybody who is only finding out about this giveaway in post, because chances are it will be over by the time that you see the link. So, act now, or you may miss your chance. But that is it for my spiel. So, RJ, who are you playing tonight?
Hey everybody, I'm RJ, and I'll be playing Alberjean Ostafor, the Asmar Warlock Barbarian, and you are loved.
Did we not say that today?
No, yeah, you kind of...
Fuck! Today is May 25th, 2020, and you are loved. And that is a very important thing that we like to say and always remember to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Oh, fuck me.
Finally, he slipped up. Hi, I'm LBHackEmUp. I'll be playing Gwen, the Halfling Barbarian Fighter, and happy birthday, GB. Our great Greybeard Tavern.
Hoi, I'm Cyber. I play Arjhan. He's a Dragonborn, Draconian, Bloodhunter, Fighter. Yay. Be him.
Hi everybody, I'm Wings, also known as Danae Keener. I'm going to be playing as Cori the Elegant Paladin.
And I am the Indoor Adventurer, and tonight I shall be your Dungeon Master. So, last we left off, late in the middle of the evening, Arjhan, Cori, and Gwen all received a message directly into their minds from the Lady in Green, who was asking them for help in a dire situation. Gathering up as much as you could before heading out, you all ran towards where you knew the Lady in Green to be, and upon arriving, found two members of Alberjean's past, an individual named Julian the Crow, as well as their accomplice, Emil the Boar. Together, your group was able to put an end to Emil, and the Crow began to fly away, given a situation they felt was unwinnable. However, thanks to the blessing of the Lady in Green, as well as your ability to track motherfuckers through the woods like nobody's business, you are all able to quickly track down Julian, where a intense round of questioning emerged. It was at that point that the party split up, with Cori and Gwen going back to the city proper of the Hollow Locks to better question Julian with the help of the Archfey Dullahan known as Talon. And Alberjean and Arjhan both went back to the Lady in Green, where she was able to ask the corpse of Emil some very pertinent questions. And through your mutual questioning, you were able to determine that Caelum was being held in an abandoned fortress with a fully functioning spire named the Caelum Fortress. And that is where we left off, was the last question that Arjhan had asked of Emil. What will he become? To which Emil responded, a harbinger of destruction. So, Al and Arjhan, the two of you are next to this body, and you get the sense that the magic that was helping to animate them to be able to answer your questions has ceased. At this point, are you staying with the Lady in Green, or are you making your way back to the Hollow Locks?
Did Arjhan set a meeting place? He said to meet back here, didn't he?
Yeah.
I believe so, yes.
Then yeah, we're gonna stay in the place that we said to meet up. We're not doing some con meetup bullshit through this. We're staying put.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. So, Cori, you and Gwen have just gotten done interrogating your newest Fae friend, Crow. And with Gwen wanting to decapitate them, but Cori rolling a very clutch persuasion check, the two of you are now walking away. Are you making your way back towards where Arjhan had inquired to meet up, or are you going somewhere different? Is there any other thing that you would like to do while you're still within the city proper?
I don't think we have any other thing to do. Cori tells Talon to treat Crow kindly. Like he's captive, but like we're not animals, so.
You have him trapped in a giant nutshell.
I just realized he's in an acorn, isn't he?
Yes.
Was that on purpose?
Yes.
Oh my god. All right.
That's all of you.
He's our acorn now. All right. We out.
He's one of you.
This is his new house now.
We'll turn his dice house into a dice home.
Yes.
Oh boy.
So you end up, unless there again is anything that you would like to do in the city proper, Gwen on Cyber's back and Cori on the back of Ambleforth, the two of you make your way back to the grove where you know that Arjhan and Alberjean are. And when you arrive, Al, have you done anything to Emil's body in this time?
If the Lady in Green is willing, asks her to make a grave for him and just like kind of tries to lower him in.
She is capable of doing this thing for you. She considers you one of her friends, so for this, she will do.
Well, that news about your boy isn't good.
It's not.
If it comes down to it, can you, and he mimes crossbowing, or are you able to emotionally, mentally?
It wouldn't be the first time.
Al nods his head.
When we ride up.
Yeah.
Well, we found out where he is.
Oh, so did we.
Good. So, let's go.
Yeah. Do you know where it says the name again?
Caelum.
Caelum the
Fortress.
Caelum.
Yeah.
Caelum Fortress.
Yeah. Wait.
Gwen, make a history check.
And off we go to
Complete opposite direction.
-1, that's a 14.
You know its general direction.
I mean, it's on the flatlands. Like, once we get there-ish, I can figure it out.
Yeah.
I mean, apparently it's the only thing with a functioning spire, so that shouldn't be hard to find.
whatever that means.
It's going to take us
7 days. Well,
7 days to get there.
It'd be more like 9 to 10 days.
It's going to take us a little while to get there, though. Unless somebody can teleport us.
If I remember correctly, the Lady Green only has power in the green, so...
Right, but there's a bunch of fey creatures, right?
Would any of the Fae be capable of something like that?
How far would the lady be able to get us out?
She would be able to put you out at the end of the woods. And
which would cut off.
So the distance of 10 days is included with cutting off the wood.
Oh.
As your initial plan coming in was to have the Fae completely gap over the large forest that would have taken you several months to get through otherwise.
I feel like this trip was a lot faster the last time.
I don't know, we haven't really been keeping track of, maps and distances.
I guess that's true. I mean, I have, but that's like, just part of my DNA now.
Time has always been strange for me. Doesn't work the same way in the Feywild.
The continuity errors had to make sense in the fiction.
Are you okay?
No.
It's fine. So, are we ready? Is there anything else we need?
It is the middle of the night, and you all did not finish a long rest before your encounter.
I know that.
Okay.
We could leave right now, make camp on the road. Might be a bit rough if we encounter anything else.
Well, the lady's going to drop us off at the edge, right? So just on the edge of the forest. But I just want to be closer to being there.
It's a good idea.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. And if you ask the lady in green, she will jaunt over towards the closest tree that is of sizable breadth, and you see her sort of trace a circle around the tree, and as she does, you can see that there are just these green flaming glyphs that seem to hover in the air for a brief moment, and then they lay down around the tree, and it splits wide, allowing you passage through.
Did we ever get her name?
The lady in green.
That was the name that she gave.
Thank you for everything.
And she nods and says, I owe you my freedom, twice-fold. This is the least I can do.
We'll get him back. She says more to herself. Oh, Frankie in the bottom corner just creeping.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, we pop on through, and
right.
Do we set up camp or do we
Push on
go
through the day. I don't know. You guys tell me. It is still early morning. At this point, it would probably be close to around 3 in the morning.
Okay, so just
We
a
got-
thought.
Do we have our horses and stuff?
You do. You have your horses. Kendek has his horse. You are all together leaving this area. Because you had ridden on your horses to chase after Crow.
I don't want to push the horses too hard, so yeah, we should probably sleep.
All right, we've cut off about a month.
All things considered, it would have taken you roughly 2 months of travel to get through the Hollow Locks. You were able to get through that region within a day. Gwen,
right.
You know that it will be at least 7 days to get to Gil'lay, and then it will probably take several days after that to get towards the ruined area.
Okay, so that's great though, because we're going to be ahead of where they would have been, so they're not going to know that they're not back, right? Unless there's another way for them to communicate with this duder.
I know if there had been like sending stones given or comms, or is it like once you go out, you're off the grid until you come back?
It's generally once you're out, you're off the grid. Discovery has means and ways of keeping tabs, even if you are off the grid. But generally, you are very difficult to be found.
Once
Thank
an
you for the
agent is
sub,
out-
JD.
Once an agent is out, they're off the grid officially until they come back. Though Discovery does have ways to keep tabs on everyone. It's a tough time tracking us. Which means if he does fancy popping in on Crow or Emil, he will know that Emil is dead and Crow is imprisoned.
Well, I'm going to hold hopes high and say that he's not going to know for a while.
He might be a
Yes,
little
no.
too busy to check in.
There's no sense in worrying about it either way.
All right, let's set up camp for tonight and take a little nap.
Al is going to pull Arjhan to the side really quick. Speaking low, you're not going to tell them about what we learned.
What? The harbinger of destruction? What could that do?
I'm just saying, if you need to give them time to process, things might go south. If you don't want to say anything, I respect that.
I just don't think it matters. If you think it's a good idea, then by all means. I just don't think it matters one way or another. We're gonna go in there, we're gonna see whatever we see.
It's fair. All right. He'll clap Arjhan on the arm, walk back to the fire, and sit down.
And Gwen, you were heading to sleep. Cori, you are in Raven form. Are you going to be trancing, or are you just staying up throughout all of this?
She'll trance.
Okay.
No sense in not getting any rest.
All right. Sounds good. Kendek also will just go to rest. He's willing to take a watch. So towards the end of a comfortable rest, you can wake him up and he will post and do his best to be on the lookout for anything strange. But so far his travels with you, he's fairly certain that the strangest things are the company that he is currently keeping.
Gwen is going to pray to the Tempest, which she has been doing since the event. Like, she has just a quick moment, like, you know.
Okay.
Tempest, are you there? It's me, Gwen Stopfoot.
Okay.
During this long rest, can I make Emil's weapon into my pack weapon?
Yeah.
Cool. levitates in front of him. He circles his hands and then claps, and it vanishes.
Alrighty.
I don't know if I want to do that or not. Never mind. Go ahead.
Okay. So it is dawn of the next day. You are able to successfully go through this long rest, having interrogated Crow and Emil the night prior. And
I'm gonna attempt summer form.
okay, wisdom save.
Natural 1. Never mind.
Nope. Okay, so you begin making your way towards Gil'lay, and as you do, you are rounding around this massive lake that is at the center of the continent. And your journey goes by uneventfully on this day. Is there anything that you guys would like to do during your travel? If not, it's totally fine.
Every sunrise, I'll try summer form again.
Okay. So it is at sundown on this evening, and it is close to around 11 o'clock. And Cori, you receive a sending. And the sending is rushed, and it is almost like there is a layer of fear. And it says, "It's Prescott. Elisharis was in Gil'lay, turned on us. Caelum is with her. Farron is down. What happened? Trying to escape. He isn't himself. Hurry."
Okay, hold on. Give me a second. I gotta formulate a response here. Stop! No! Just keeps on going. Okay. It's right about sunset.
It is like 10 to 11 o'clock at night, and when you look up in the sky, it is a new moon. There is just an empty blackness in the night.
Okay. Caelum was taken months ago. We're on our way. Followers of Shar. Oh God, that's 12. Tiefling named Discovery. Evil experiments. It's the night of the day that I've got like 3 more words left. It's the night of the day that the day after we started.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. 3 more words. Okay. "7 days.
7 days out.
Yeah, 7 days out. There we go. That's it.
Okay.
Oh,
What the fuck was that, Cori?
It was a sending from Prescott. They're in Gil'lay. They were attacked.
Okay. Hold on. Let me look at the map. Why didn't I look at the map before?
It was Caelum.
Wait, Caelum attacked them, or Caelum?
Caelum attacked them. With Elisharis, evidently.
Oh shit. Shit. Do they need backups right now?
Farron has been downed.
I mean, the Goliaths are closer. I could send some.
It sounded like he was in a fight.
Is Gil'lay a big city?
It is a relatively well-sized city. It's not like several hundred. It's maybe like 150 people.
Okay. Have the Goliaths traded with them or taken it over at some point?
They've come through.
Okay. Do I know how far out the Goliaths are from Gil'lay? Like a day? 2 days? No?
No. They're probably close to a 10-day.
Shit. Well, if he messages you again, tell him to go north to the Goliaths and I'll make sure that they're welcomed if they just need to, like, get out.
What else?
I don't know. Boy, there's nothing that we can do here. Damn this technology. So close yet so far away.
Cori looks to Arjhan. Is there nothing we can do for them?
Sorry, for whom? I zoned out.
Big day.
There was a bot in our chat. We had to get rid of them.
We did.
For off constantly. They've been attacked by Caelum. They're in Gil'lay.
I mean, well, would Arjhan know if there's anything that can he telemedicine?
I don't think that you'd be able to help them from this far away.
Stakes are raised. Can we travel no faster?
That's what I was asking.
So indoor.
Yes.
Arjhan has seen this play about a whole bunch of figures, a whole bunch of blocky figures. It's called Minecraft.
What a weird play this is. The main character's name is Steve. Nobody's named Steve and is a hero. It's ridiculous.
But in that game, portals to hell let you travel across land a lot faster. Could I arrange travel to the hells and travel back to Gil'lay?
I would say with Newell's help, you could totally do this.
And what? Sorry, I'm thinking business here. Would that be more costly to Arjhan than signing whoever just got shot up for retirement security and getting on our very great health plan? Or would that take Gil'lay in too much time?
It might take Jill too much time to write up the contract.
I mean, she did just kill an apple within a crack, and I can imagine.
She's had a big day.
She needs some downtime.
Mm-hmm.
Let the girl sleep. Sorry, Caelum.
We love you.
can work on it. Might be until morning before I get any results. If any. It might cost me.
Yeah, we'll pay it whatever.
No. I'm saying it might cost me.
Well, what do you mean by that? Look, I want to save Caelum as quickly as possible, but I'm not going to put you... You are the one who said we shouldn't put ourselves at risk to do this.
All right. I will be talking with... I'll be messing with infernal powers until the morning.
All right. Just make sure you're safe.
Don't like that. And Al's going to clap his hands, bring out the great hammer.
And Arjhan's gonna start whatever process he needs to.
If we haven't done it already, Cori's going to fill in Alberjean about who Off Constantly is.
So you can't beat Off Constantly, but then at Sotelia, apparently some hobgoblin can beat Off Constantly.
Oh, I beat Off Constantly. It wasn't that hard.
I mean, I could beat Off Constantly too, but I'd probably need like an energy drink afterwards.
God damn it.
Oh, what?
Coffee.
Oh.
So,
Dying as we speak.
Need to deflect a little bit.
all right, so Arjhan is going to figure out the hellish contract end of things. And then you're informing Al of who this is, of who Off Constantly is. Gwen, you are in on this. Ken is currently asleep, and he's snoring pleasantly. He was unaffected by any of this. He has no idea what is going on, or what will befall him when he awakes. So Arjhan, make a... How are you presenting this prospect for hellish travel?
I mean, it's the same as everything else. We need to fight the Dark Star. Caelum needs to be there for it, and we need to rescue him. We need to get there as quickly as possible. That's my stake in it.
Okay. As far as like an offering, like you have your reasons for it, but what is Arjhan presenting as potential payment for this?
I'm going to ask for an offer, or not ask for what they want first. And also, who is this with? Like, am I asking Kara for this, or do I have to go through the actual infernal hierarchy?
For something like this, you would have to go through the actual infernal hierarchies.
All right, what do you want?
And the response that you get actually comes from your friend Kat, the tiefling inventor who has been working tirelessly on building a machine that she believes to be capable of turning the tide of the Blood War. And she lets you know that her grandpa has all sorts of portals and tunnels that allow their family to get from where they need to go through the hells quite easily. It is just a matter of she needs a new piece of machinery, something that they missed, something that is found on the third layer of the hells, and that is within Mammon's domain, as Mammon and the fourth layer, Phlegethos, don't really particularly get along.
How quickly do you need it?
And she asks, how quickly do you need to go?
before morning. Well, within the next day.
There is an excited squeal of perfect. And then there will be at the bottom of this hellish contract, there will be an insignia that when you are ready to travel through the hellish channels and retrieve this piece of machinery, you simply need to get everybody that is traveling there within a 20-foot group, press onto the insignia, and you can all go there together. Retrieve the piece. That will bring you to the fourth or to the third layer of the 9 hells.
Do we have a clause in there for travel back to the material plane on Gil'lay?
Yes. It is
Okay.
once this piece of machinery has been recovered. And from what you are able to see, it just looks like a very odd fuse.
Not the question. Arjhan may get Bloodhunter bullshit on this, but is there a chance that more time will pass in the hells than what we would get traveling on foot?
Make a Bloodhunter bullshit roll.
Nine.
So with a 9,
I rolled a 2 and a 3.
You feel like it's a 1-for-1. You're fairly confident that it is a 1-for-1 ratio.
Okay. I mean, whenever everybody wakes up, I'll present this.
Kendek looks flabbergasted at the fact that you are proposing just going to the hells for a visit. He didn't think that that was even possible. He's a simple boy.
Oh, do we get to use that thing again?
I don't think so.
Fuck.
It's a different layer.
Is there no way that we can just cash in this trip now and then help them later?
Doesn't time work differently?
I don't think so.
Oh. So would this be faster?
If we get the job done faster, then yeah.
What are the chances that we get stuck in the hells and we can't help Caelum at all?
Non-zero.
What are the chances that this job's going to take a lot longer than the 10-day we are going to take to get there? 7 days.
Again, non-zero.
What does that mean?
Means yes, there's a chance. I mean, it's not like we're just being sent down the street to the baker. We're going to the fucking elves.
Yeah, but last time it wasn't that bad. Plus, I got to see your god and she was hot.
Yeah, last time you were in my queen's domain.
What?
Last time you were in my queen's domain.
Oh. This isn't your queen's domain?
No. This is Mammon's domain.
Is that worse?
I mean, he's an archdevil of greed.
I mean, it's the only way we're gonna get there faster. It's the only chance we have to get there faster. Right?
I think so.
And we gotta try it.
Is this worth it? Do you believe in your heart that this is worth it?
To go and help Cat with a fuse in order to get to Caelum faster? Yes. Yes, I do.
And I trust you. Let's do it. Quickly.
What's going to happen to our horses?
You can bring them with or leave them behind. You are at the edge of the woods, so if you would like to donate them to the Hollowed Locks, certainly can.
We're gonna need the horses once we get to Gil'lay.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Oh, hi.
We're taking the horses to hell.
Okay.
And I'll see you in hell.
Sounds good. So, when you manage to get everyone together, get the horses all together, and you press onto the insignia upon this parchment paper, there is a quick circle that appears beneath your group, and in a deep crimson flame that seems to erupt out of the ground, you quickly find yourself in darkness. And Ken is just as shaken as the horses are at this point. And as the flames subside, the first thing that comes to you is your sense of smell. This is a rotted, fetid place that reeks of sulfur and decay. And as you open your eyes, you see that there is a thick, you really hope it's fog, that just seems to lay over everything. You see that there are deep clouds that are unnaturally dark but seem to almost have a greenish tinge about them. And as rain cascades down out of these clouds, you see tall structures begin to just wither and deteriorate as the rain hits them. And the buildings that you can see are these vibrant blues and greens and oranges. But as your vision fixes itself, you see that those greens, oranges, and blues aren't painted. That is buildings of copper beginning to oxidize, buildings of iron beginning to rust and decay. Everything here has this facade of brilliance that upon closer inspection just looks like it is falling in on itself. It is like a metropolis was built out of a great swamp, but the swamp seems to swallow the city every chance that it gets.
That is fucked up.
This feels wrong.
It's the hells.
Does Kat's documentation have an indication of where we would pick up this fuse?
Yes. She directs you, or at least makes mention of what would otherwise be almost like a small bank. Mammon is a collector of sorts. They absolutely love gold, silver, magnificent things, and as such have set up collection depots all throughout the Hells. While you are here, and as you begin to make your way, you do notice that you are not alone on this plane. There are creatures that are milling about. Are you going to try and be stealthy in your approaches, or are you going to try and just keep walking and hope that nobody notices the five outsiders and their wolf, three horses, and one weird summer deer thing?
We should get inside, right? Is there an inside? We are inside, right? Sorry.
Kind of. My thought was just to get to where we need to go quickly, but try not to draw any attention to ourselves.
Is this like a metropolis?
You guys are not
Or-
within not within the metropolis. You are in the outskirts. You can see that there is a grandiose castle that is off in the distance that is made of these decaying glorious metals. But the path with which you walk is more of like a partially vacant street of where a city used to be.
Right. But do the creatures look like they're a part of a civilization of some sort, or are these like monsters that are creeping around ready to just prowling?
You're within the hells. You're fairly certain that these are devils. They are within their civilization. It might not be the one that you're used to, and it might not be that pretty, but it's theirs.
Fair enough.
I guess can we just move toward the metropolis quickly?
All right. As you do, there is a moment where you see two individuals that look like they are comprised of living chains just seem to shift their gaze towards your group, and one of them will begin making their way towards you. And as they do, you see that there is an imp that will actually fly from one of these taller structures. And they look like they have it's almost like a newsy cap on. And they have a little bag that they sort of bring with them. And they will fly down and actually land onto this chained creature's shoulder.
Just keep walking, don't make eye contact. We have nothing to talk to them about. We have a place to be.
All right, this is a place we're not going to make any deals, right?
Right, we're here to make good on a deal.
Right. Okay, all right. Gwen tries to keep her eyes down at the ground.
And Ken is just like, doesn't know where to look. And you hear, as the chains rattle inside of this otherwise humanoid looking figure, outside of what you're guessing is just moving chain, you hear a newcomer.
Something like that. Nope.
Where do you think you're going? And they will continue to just sort of walk towards you. And you see that others, at least two of these other chained individuals, also seem to just sort of emerge out of the decay in the surrounding area and begin making their way towards you as well. And one of them says, "You're not from around here. You have your paperwork."
Oh. They're like the gatekeepers. Do we have paperwork?
Do I know what paperwork they're looking for?
It is effectively a badge of safe passage. You know that you have one for Avernus, the first layer, or no, you have one for the fourth layer, Phlegathos.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks to your help previously. But for the third layer, you have no such papers. No such papers were filed. It seemed like this may have been either an oversight on Kat's behalf, or she wants her part very badly and decided to rush through a couple steps in the overall process of being able to get you to travel quickly.
In Infernal, I'll explain that.
And the three of them look at each other. And the imp that's on the first one's shoulder just sort of begins to chuckle. And in Infernal says, payment, 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 payment. And then like shakes the bag out a little bit. And the three of these chain devils looking upon your group say in unison, then you will earn your way.
Can we just pay them?
What is the price?
And they look at your group. Magic. Give us splendors.
I take out two things. I take out a wicked-looking mace and an ivory staff.
I take out my mom's stew. That's probably not good anymore. It's been a while.
It's been a while. I mean, I'm giving them two rare items, the Mace of Life Stealing and the Staff of the Ivory Claw.
These are good things.
Those are good things.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Can I? Oh, you're right. Advantage.
18.
All right.
That's a 19 minus 1.
That's not bad. And they will... One of them will take the mace. The second will take the staff. And the third one extends their hand out towards you, Gwen, and it seems like they are attempting to take the soup that you have provided to them as well.
She hands it way up.
And you see these chains extend out almost like snakes from the arm of this figure. And as they come down and glide, they gently wrap around the container of soup. Then it comes back. And they hand it to their imp companion, and the imp just stuffs all of these things into its sack.
Is that payment enough?
They nod and say, for now.
Do you guys have like a collective name or something? Are you like the Watchers or the Waiters?
They
Our chain gang.
look at you. We have not been given names.
Oh. Can I call you the Takers?
They nod.
Cool. Gwen has a moment to herself. She's like, I just fucking named something. I gave something a name.
Gwen, focus.
Sorry.
Cori's doing like the Sonic the Hedgehog idol thing, where like she's
Okay.
just looking generally impatient.
Okay. And make a survival check after your encounter with these individuals. This is to avoid the acid rain and the poisonous fog that seems to permeate this area. A 3? Okay.
If it's acid rain, I'm fine, but
Wait, is this Fae Fiend or Undead?
Is this
Do you
for-
get advantage?
I get advantage on tracking Fae Fiend and Undead, but I don't think I'm tracking anything unless I'm trying to track the item.
This is a cloud. It's just bad. You can see it coming, kind of.
Are we all doing checks or just Arjhan?
Arjhan was leading you as he had the paper to let you know which depository to go to.
I see. Well, I'm trained in survival. Can I assist him?
Yeah.
That's 20.
Hey, no acid rain for you.
Oh no, don't walk into the acid clouds. We go around them.
Oh, I'm
Sorry.
Sorry.
Are you serious?
He's immune to, well, you're not immune.
I mean, acid isn't a big deal for me.
It's not as big a deal for you.
Horses! We have horses!
And your horses are all like wide-eyed. They are frothing at the mouth. You can tell their horse hearts are just, they were not meant for interplanar travel. They are having a
Bless
bad
them.
time.
Horses in
Yeah.
the hells.
Yeah, maybe eventually, like, I'll
That's
upgrade to like a Drake or something.
it's a treehouse book I never read.
Boo.
Okay. So, yes. You have successfully navigated your way towards what you believe to be one of these collections that Mammon has set up. And when you get towards the area that Cat has sectioned off, you see that it almost looks like a junk pile. It is a heap of tetanus shots just waiting to be given out to the players. It is shards of metal, broken pieces of machinery. You see things that look like what Ruddick used as his primary weapon that are in just general states of disrepair. And as you're getting close, you think that you can kind of make out the thing that Cat has sent you down into the Hells for. And you hear a shriek from the clouds off in the distance.
Is it like a shriek that we need to worry about, or just like
Arjhan-
atmospheric sounds?
Arjhan and Cori make history checks.
Motherfucker.
Oh no!
Motherfucker.
Oh no!
This is the best history check I've ever rolled in my life. I got a 19 on the die, so it's a 19.
Does it involve faithing in undead?
God, you wish it did.
Oh no!
I think these are
5.
monstrous beasts.
Cori's gonna activate her her animated shield and just say, "Why does it always have to be Corvids?"
And Kendek just like looks at you. The horses are beginning to rear back. They don't seem particularly keen on what it is that is happening here.
The shriek sounds like a cat.
Kendek, we're about to be attacked by a hellish bird thing. Can you protect the horses?
Ken will nod, and he also looks very wary at this point. Like now he's also looking up towards the skyline where the shriek came from.
We see where the fuse is supposed to be, or we see the fuse,
You
right?
see the pile of scrap where the fuse exists within.
All right. Cori's a living tetanus shot. She's a dying tetanus shot. She's gonna run in.
Okay. Sounds good. So, Cori, you are going into the pile of scrap and you begin rooting around. Make an investigation check.
Every time you've made me make a check tonight, they're all in intelligence based.
Stop doing intelligent things.
7.
She's clearly not.
It is difficult to move around the scrap with only one arm. And even then, you're not really sure what it is that you're looking for. You just know that you need to find it quickly. There is another chittering shriek that seems to come from the skyline, and it is closer now. Gwen, Arjhan, and Cori seem a little shaken by whatever it is.
They're just fucking birds, man.
Not this one.
Okay.
Are we gonna attack them, or what are we doing?
Well, whenever it rears its very ugly head, then yes.
Cool. Should we try to sneak in there? Should one of us try to sneak in there to try and get it that thing, and then?
I'm
The
pretty
rest
sure
is-
Cori's on that already.
Just in the background of the shot, Cori's just rooting around.
Metallic rummaging.
I mean, would I be able to also try to rummage around for this, or?
Yes, you can.
Gwen is going to run defense, and I would like to, when they get
Investigation.
within 6 feet or
Vince. Okay.
6 seconds, rage.
Okay.
How well has this thing been described to her?
The fuse?
Yes.
I mean, you'd seen a picture of it. It's not a
I'd
very
seen
good.
picture of it.
Yeah, it was a drawing that Cat provided. It's not very good. A lot of it is like little diagram arrows pointing, but the descriptions are all in infernal.
So
Yeah.
a locate object spell requires for you to have seen the object at least once, or you can locate the nearest object of a particular kind, such as a certain kind of apparel, jewelry, furniture, tool, or weapon.
I would say that this would count.
Okay. So Cori's just kind of rummaging around. There's another screech. She curses in Elven and then raises her sword and casts locate object.
Okay. And as you raise your sword skyward, there is like a cannonball, a black bolt that seems to come directly from the sky and land on the scrap behind you. Al and Gwen, you see what you wish could be described as a bird, but instead this creature has 4 legs, large dark wings, a seemingly unlimited number of these ruby red eyes that crest over where the front of its head would be, the form of a true apex predator, and where its beak should be is the beak, but paired with a set of large razor-sharp mandibles. And it rears back on its hind legs and spreads its deep crow wings wide and lets out yet another shadowy caw. And that is where we are going to go into our break for the evening, because we are going to be kicking off with some deep crow bullying. We are going to try and be back in 5 to 10 minutes. So don't go no place unless it is to grab a food, grab a drink, grab a friend, or possibly go to indooradventure.redbubble.com. We got t-shirts, we got posters, we got mugs, we got throw pillows, we got shower curtains, we got everything. We got soon. We'll have face masks as well, thanks to our very own Cyberbull for providing the Tiamat logo. So that way you can praise Queen while you're also making sure that you don't get people sick. Because
And it
that's
look
important.
metal as fuck.
Yeah. And we will see you guys shortly. All right, everybody. Caca! And hello, everybody.
Steven,
Yes.
happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Also, it's only murder if there's probable cause.
What the fuck is happening?
He's
What
so
the fuck?
fucking He's so fucking proud of his voice changer.
I love my voice changer.
Okay, if you ever play a Warforged, we have to get this out of the way. That'd be amazing.
Oh, just walk up to them. I'm going to use my attack of opportunity and nat 20.
I hate this.
Me too. Which is why I need you all to make a wisdom save. Or a constitution save, sorry.
Oh boy.
But people aren't within 10 feet of me, are they? Wait, hold on. Is it 10 or 30? It's 10, isn't it? Are people within 10 feet of me?
That was 30.
Is this a poison thing?
No. It is a psychic damage thing.
Oh wait, hold on.
Those are so good for barbarians.
I need to reset my long rest. Hold on. There we go.
15 without aura buzzkill.
10.
22 without aura buzzkill.
Yeah, the buzzkill aura is 10 feet.
Okay.
I've got a healthy 17.
Okay, so Arjhan and Gwen, you are going to be taking 9 points of psychic damage. Everyone else will take half. Kendek was good on that, so he takes 4 points.
Some bitch. The horse is going to be at 1.
Is this a spell?
It is not. It is a shriek.
Okay.
It is just a very, very... It doesn't look like it should be able to make the noises that it do, but it do them, and it's scary. At least narratively. And then 2 of the horses succeeded. 1 of the horses failed. Thankfully, horses have 11 HP. 10.
Except
Horses
war
are
horses,
at
which have
1,
19.
except for the warhorse, who is at 15.
Did the warhorse succeed?
Huh? Yeah, the warhorse
warhorse-
succeeded.
Okay.
Gwen, I would like for you to roll for Cybra.
No, I don't want to do that.
She's healthy.
Okay. Constitution.
Yes.
15.
Cybra will be taking the full.
She has 9 HP.
She should have 19.
Oh, she has. Oh, okay.
Yes.
She has 11. Sorry.
Okay.
So she. Okay. So she has 19. You said.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I would like for everybody to roll for initiative.
Hot damn.
14.
17.
7.
10.
What's blood day for today?
5.
Neat.
Okay. He gets that. So, first off is the Deep Crow, who got to 23. And they are going to strike out towards... They're going to strike out towards Cori.
That's fair.
So, that is an attack with its mandibles. That's a natural 1, so I don't think that a 12 is going to hit.
It does not.
And then it is going to make 2 claw attacks towards you. A 26 will hit,
Yes, it will.
and that will be for 13 points of slashing damage. And then it is going to attack with its second claw for another 26 and 15 points of slashing damage.
Yep.
And now that this creature is upon you, this is the size of... This is a bird adjacent thing that is the size of a small house.
Mm-hmm.
This thing is considered huge in size. And now that it is staring down on you and your group, you can see why creatures like this become the apex predators that they are.
I see. Is this bigger than the ones that we fought before?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Where the other one that you fought might be considered an adult deep crow, this might be considered an ancient deep crow.
All right.
Hate
Do
that.
I know which direction the... oh, sorry. It's not my turn yet. Never mind. Go
It is
on.
not. Instead, it is Alberjean.
Oh, here we go. I'm going to run up to it. How far is it away? Is it within 30?
Yeah, it's within 30, I'd say.
First action is to rage. Second action is to attack. For a 18.
Boop, boop, boop. An 18 hits.
Cool. It takes 2 points of fire damage first off, sorry.
Okay.
12 points of bludgeoning damage, and it needs to make a DC 15 strength save.
That is for medium or smaller creatures.
Oh, medium or small.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm thinking of this next bit that's coming up because I'm going to hit it again.
Okay.
Oh, hell. Nat 20.
Nice.
Womp. With D&D Beyond, it's never been easier to roll dice. So that plus that. That is pathetic. Wish I had... Oh! I could dump Eldritch Smite on this.
You could.
I could. So here we go. Sorry, I need a calculator. Does it have any resistances? Should I start having?
No.
Or just tell you the number?
You should be fine.
Okay, cool. That, and then I just need to reread. It's been a while. Been a while. It's been a while. 1d8 plus. Okay, so I'm going to blow 4th level, so that's 10d8 because I crit. 14 points of bludgeoning damage and 48 points of force damage, and it's knocked prone.
So total all that for me?
52.
Okay.
I think. 62, sorry.
62. Okay. And it is knocked prone?
Mm-hmm. Eldritch Smite, no save.
Oh my god. Okay. So this thing topples upon this pile of scrap. That's ridiculous. Okay, so is there anything else that you would like to do?
Turns to Cori. Hurry and find it!
Okay, so after your turn, Al, it is going to use a legendary it is going to use 2 legendary actions to beat its wings. So, Cori and Al, I need you both to make a dexterity save.
Effect I can see.
Yes, it is. It is the crow.
Oh, okay. Well. 8.
Okay.
You said it's a dex save?
Yes.
A total of 5.
Okay. You are both knocked prone as it beats its great wings, and in doing so actually lifts itself up into the air from being prone prior. It is now resting currently at 40 feet above you. So that is it for its turn. Then next up is... That was Al. Gwen, it is your turn.
Did I rage before this thing landed?
It had come down as a surprise round, but I believe your barbarian allows you, like, you're far enough in barbarian that you can rage during the surprise round, so you are raging going into this if you would like.
Solid.
Instincts.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So, and danger sense and all that sort of stuff. So she's going to, this thing is flying now.
It is 40 feet above you.
Great.
And it looks like, Gwen, you've seen creatures have vendettas before.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you've been dive bombed by the same grouse on multiple occasions while within green reach.
Mm-hmm.
It happens to people. You've just never seen a creature of this magnitude have a vengeance on from a creature that is normally not from round here.
Jeez, what the fuck did you guys do to get this thing so upset?
Kidnapped its baby.
What? She's gonna manifest an echo. God, I never remember her name.
Salamarn.
Salambarn. She
Sally.
is going to appear 30 feet away. Threatening, I guess, just standing there threateningly. Oh, actually, wait.
For your knowledge, if you weren't privy to this, also for the audience, Jeremy Crawford has said that the Echo Knight spirits don't have to obey the laws of just being directly in front of you.
It could be 3-dimensional space.
Right, okay. So he's it's 15 feet.
Okay.
So so it doesn't have to sit on the ground is what you're saying?
No, you could pop that son of a bitch up into the air.
Solid. I'm gonna do that towards it, even though it's not quite close enough. That is my bonus action. And Gwen is going to huck one of her hand axes, even though she doesn't want to because she likes them. Okay, it's outside of the range, so I'm rolling at disadvantage.
These were a gift.
But I'm gonna do it recklessly, so
Okay.
I'm gonna do it straight with this dice. Not great. 15.
A 15 does not hit.
Damn it! And then I'm going to huck a javelin also, because I still have those spining at my back. How's oh, that's still a 15, so that misses as well.
Okay.
Why don't you come down in here and fight me, you bitch?
Ken is going to see the state that all of your beasts are currently in. And he is going to make an animal handling check. He's good. And he's just moving your horses and Cybra away from this encounter. He gets them 30 feet away from where you guys already were. He and the creatures are safely outside of combat zone. Should this creature use its AoE yet again. So that's what Ken does on his turn. Next up is Cori. This thing is 40 feet up in the air.
Okay. Well, what that tells me is that it can't do provoke attacks of opportunity. I'm going to use my action to cast Aura of Vitality. And then my bonus action will be for some healing for myself from that said Aura of Vitality. Oh, you know what? Actually, I should ask this first. Did I happen to get my oh shoot, both of those are concentration. Did I happen to get my locate object off?
You were able to cast the spell. You know generally where it would be at this point.
Okay. All right, so no Aura of Vitality actually. Instead, I'm gonna. How does everybody's health look right now?
The only one it really assaulted was Cori.
It's true. Okay. I'm gonna drop the lay on hands on myself for a good 5. I'll get myself back up to full. I'll do the math later. So lay on hands, and then I'm gonna run off and go and try and find that fuse
Okay.
in the direction that my sword points me.
And it is within 30 feet of you. You are able to get to above the pile of scrap that you need to kind of dig through in order to find what you're looking for. Next up is Arjhan.
How's this thing looking?
It is upset at the damage that it has taken.
Okay. Okay. 4. For my action, I needed to make a dex save on which it would roll a 5.
Okay.
As I cast Acid Stream at 2nd level.
It fails.
For my bonus action, I will light my crossbow and take a number of damage. 4 points of damage. Action surge.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take 2 shots at it. Yeah, let's just do regular. Does a 23 hit?
A 23 does hit.
Okay, we're gonna do 13 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And 3 points of fire damage, so 16 total for the first attack.
Okay.
23 hit at 25 definitely will.
Oh, yeah.
For 6 points of piercing damage and 3 more points of fire damage, so 9 more points of damage.
Okay. Sounds good. So that was yours. It is then this creature's turn.
And at the start of which, it's going to take 9 points of acid damage.
Oh my god. Okay. You see as the deep crow hovers in the air above your group that it looks down and begins to reconsider its odds. And it is instead going to ascend higher into the clouds above. And with a natural 20 on its stealth check, disappears into those clouds.
That's fine.
Arjhan, you can feel the concentration on your spell where the spell would be begins to move away from your group.
Okay.
Thank God for fighting intelligent creatures.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are now out of combat.
Okay. This creature didn't take an action to get rid of the acid.
It did not, so you can roll damage another turn. And then it will use its action to remove the acid from itself.
12.
Okay. Cheapers.
And you see a dark shape plummeting from the sky.
No, it's most certainly bloodied though. You guys knocked it down pretty far, pretty quick, and it was fighting by itself. Bad odds.
Uh-oh.
Come back
Just
with
wait
friends.
until Cori's alone again. That'll be fine.
So, thankfully, with your locate object, Cori, especially now that there has been a sense of urgency that has been placed upon you, you are able to quickly find this fuse that you have been sent. You have been sent out to gather. And when you pull it out, it has this almost like it would be a jet black color if it didn't have this deep green shimmer that seemed to be embedded within the metal itself. And even the casing around this thing just seems to radiate some sort of sickening energy. It's like when you were near the engine that you guys ended up being able to bring back. It just seems wrong in its construction.
Sheathe my sword. Reach out to pick it up. Hesitate. Divine sense.
it radiates fiendish energy.
I just grab it
Okay.
and I turn around, sprint back towards the group.
All right. And you know that all you need to do is once again summon your group in the same kind of station that you were in before, and press the fuse to the contract that you had been given by Connie. Or not by Connie, by Kat, different character.
We still had to wait a few weeks.
I know,
Okay.
I'm excited. And at that, it disappears as you press it onto the paper. And as it does, that same deep kind of crimson flame envelops the base of your party. And you hear "This is perfect!" And the flames engulf you all. And as they dissipate, this air is so good compared to where you just were. There's a nice gentle breeze. You can see clouds as your vision comes back that has gentle rains that you know will probably bring life to the fields around you. And you are on a small hillock overlooking what looks to be the city of Gil'lay. And you can see that this looks like it's like a small fishing town, but facing the lake, not an ocean. It seems like they are very much the freshwater kind of travelers. You don't know what day it is, but you know that when you left, it was light out. And when you have arrived here, it is dark out. But here you are.
Cori's going to mount up.
Call.
Do you know where they are?
I don't know. All he said was Gil'lay, but they might still be here. They might still need help.
Do you have a way to find them?
I do.
The city's not that big. Let's go.
What sort of arcane focus did Prescott use?
You know that Prescott's arcane focus was a bejeweled amulet.
Okay. I'm going to cast Locate Object on that.
Okay, and locate object is good up to how many feet?
1,000.
1,000 feet.
Okay.
And just sort of systematically start riding up and down streets.
All right. And it is quite easy to find them with this locate object ruin my fun spell.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. But and as you arrive in town, Ken he's going to make sure that the horses find a good stable, that they can rest. They've been through a lot. Ken still is beside himself that you guys just hobbits tailed the hells for a quick there and back again. And you continue racing into the streets of Gil'lay, and there are about 3 streets. It's not overly, it's not like a very large town by any means. And you actually find yourself at the front of a tavern. And this tavern has steps on the outside that lead up to a porch where it looks like there are rooms that you can stay in up above. It's sort of like a saloon style. And the name that you see for this bar just says Keller's. And you can hear that there is kind of a raucous gathering inside. It doesn't seem like anyone is in disarray or worry. And when you go into this tavern, you see just sitting at a table, reading a book, about 3 fingers down on a pitcher of ale. Prescott is just sitting. And you make a pretty loud entrance and draw a decent bit of attention towards yourself. And Prescott just like looks at you a little befuddled and raises a hand in a wave.
Is anyone else there?
You don't see Mugwort and you don't see Farron. Just looks like Prescott by himself.
Cori looks around the room, obviously looking for them. And she would have had her sword out as she uses that to cast Locate Object. She sheathes it again. And she's going to, yeah, moonlight flashing everywhere. She's going to cross the room in a few long strides and just sort of stand over him and say, "Where is everyone?"
Well, like our group as a whole? Or like your people? I don't really know what's going on right now.
Is Favorn all right?
Well, I don't know. Sure, he's probably still living it up in Sertelia, like when we left.
Prescott.
Cori.
Hey,
You sent me a sending. You told me that you had been attacked by Elisharis and Caelum.
That
Favorn was hurt. Where's Mugwort?
is...
Am I hearing all this?
Yeah, you guys have like come into the bar and Farron's just sort of...
Oh, I would
Or
like to
Prescott's sort of just like, what the fuck?
I would like to subtly cast Identify.
Okay. What is the wording on Identify?
If you instead touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it. But essentially, if it is a magic-infused object that I touch from the spell, I learn its properties and how to use them. And the phrase that I really like is, I learn if the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it.
Okay.
Essentially, I'm sus that this is a simulacrum, and Identify should be able to tell me that a simulacrum was created.
Okay.
Would it also tell you if somebody was underneath or under the effects of a spell?
Yes, it would.
Okay. That decides what I do next.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna like put my hand on his shoulder and just be like, look, we've quite literally been through hell to get here pretty quickly, so I need you to think really hard about what's going on.
And Prescott just looks at you and says, "Oh, we arrived from Sertelia. I was going to be visiting my friend in Iliad's Rest. This was just the town along the way." It doesn't seem like he is the product of a spell. You can see, and now with your Identify, you can see that he is a manifestation of himself. He is flesh and blood. He is Prescott. He's kind of a dick, but he's not made of snow. But you do know that there is a spell that is currently affecting him.
I learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
The spell is Modify Memory.
What's wrong with him?
Modify memory.
shit. Where's Mugwort?
Your memory's been modified.
And as you're asking where's Mugwort, you hear the doors kick open and a dwarven man with a small deer over his shoulders walks in through the bar. and looks at your group. Hey, how's it going? Gwen, it's so nice to see you. Where's Caelum?
Caelum was taken from us at Sir Tellier. You and this guy, Farron? Prescott, whatever. I get them all confused. Humanoids. You guys have had their minds messed with. Caelum is definitely in trouble.
The bartender will approach you.
Yes.
Would you mind taking this somewhere else? You're kind of
Look,
upsetting
bitch,
the other
this is a
patrons.
big deal to me, okay? I could kill you in one swipe. I'm not here for it. Go back behind the bar.
2 hands on Gwen's shoulder, just like trying to pull her back, rein her in.
I'm cutting you off.
I haven't had anything to drink.
No, but we will need multiple rounds, and I'll slide like 5 gold.
Cori's gonna look at Arjhan and say, check Mugwort, see if he's been affected. I think I can do something about this.
Mugwort has also been affected.
Okay, I will cast another identify to make sure that I'm not medding. Okay.
Cori's gonna sit down next to Prescott, and she literally just reaches out and takes his hand. Like this is like a weirdly intimate moment that she's having with this elf that she has been like nothing but they've had kind of like a rivalry sort of relationship up to this point. It's been tense, but she like grabs his hand like really insistently. She looks directly into his eyes, and she says, "Your name is Prescott."
It is. Why are you holding my hand?
To make you whole again. And she casts Remove Curse.
And as Mugwort sees you and Prescott holding hands, he kind of like chuckles to himself, like, "Oh, they finally did it. The will they won't they is over." And then he sees it is Cori. Normally, when you cast these magics, it is expelling something from someone. But you see that Prescott's eyes shoot open and this glowing light seems to emerge from it. And then where your hands are connected, almost like ink or almost like oil on water, you see this red-tinged darkness just begin to creep out of his arm, and it seems like your raven form just absorbs it. And Prescott blinks and straightens up, and he says, "Oh God." And he just seems to slump forward as his memories come back to him.
She'll catch him.
And Mugwort says, what is going on with all of this?
She's got like Prescott over her shoulder, and she just points at him like, "You're next."
It's fine. It's fine. This is good. You're fine. You look great, by the way.
When you had handed over the 5 gold pieces, the bartender looked at them, looked at your group, and proceeded to yell, "Bar's closed! Everybody who is not these people, out!" And there is a general like, I'm in the middle of just take the mug. Bring it back to we're closed. You all have a good night. Please try not to break anything. It seems like 5 gold is a lot for this individual.
Alan's going to turn to Arjhan. Could you check the bartender too? A stir up like someone getting fought in the streets in this town is a big deal.
Yeah. Would you? I want to try as not awkwardly as I can to ask the bartender if I could touch them for 1 minute.
They say with the money you just gave them, it's fine.
Okay, and I'll hold their hand to cast Identify.
Okay. They have not been affected by any mind-altering magic.
Okay.
Good. Not good.
Don't know if you need to know this or not, but you have not been affected by any magic. Our friends have. We're just trying to be thorough.
Just a bit of concern.
Yeah. Browns of something hard, please.
Prescott, what the hell are you remembering?
And Prescott, he looks up towards you, Gwen, and says, "We were attacked. It was... Where is Caelum? You said that he was missing. What happened?"
Tell us what you know first.
All I know is that I was attacked by somebody that I thought was our friend. And apparently, we were making our way to Gil'lay last night. Along the way, it was dark. We set up camp, as one does when they are tired. We saw a set of travelers coming down the road. They greeted us like any merchant would. And one of them was wearing this... It was a mask. It looked like an owl or something. They asked if they could share our camp. We said yes. We asked who they were. We didn't have our armor on. We weren't prepared. And the traveler revealed themselves as Elisharis. And she said, Sabrak, and pointed at Farron. I only know of one individual who has ever gone by that name. Farron fell in a flash. It was like sheer darkness came from him. And Mugwort and I grabbed what we could and we ran.
What was this?
Do you remove the curse on Mugwort as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
If Mugwort starts looking confused, Cori will just reach a hand out to him.
Okay. And at that, Mugwort, you see tears begin to form in their eyes. And he says, I can take you.
Take us to where?
Where it happened.
To where Farron fell.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
And Kendek, who had found himself in the bar as well, is just... He is a small fish in a very big pond right now. And he says that he is going to make sure that all of your guys' gear and things are properly stored in a room going to make sure that you guys have lodging.
Hey, Ken,
Yes.
I know this is a lot in a very short space, but just know that we really appreciate you and what you're doing for us. And I promise that it'll get easier as things go by, okay?
And
Stuff should be a hell of a lot simpler.
Ken nods and says,
I am learning that with your group it is never easy. And that is what makes it enjoyable.
All right. But you've made this a lot easier on us, and I really appreciate that.
And
All right, let's go, guys.
And at that, Mugwort will lead you all out of Gil'lay. And
Before leaving,
yes.
Cori wants to tell Prescott, I'm sorry for stealing the bliss of ignorance from you.
Prescott shakes his head. Do not apologize for setting my mind right. That was necessary.
That's what they do. They toy with your mind. And I fear the same thing is happening to Caelum. We're going to set him right too.
And Prescott will nod. He doesn't say much. And as you are all led, you are... Mugwort lets you know that they had camped out before setting out to Gil'lay. It's going to take several hours to reach the encampment. But by the time that you reach it, it will be very deep into the night. From what you were able to gather from talking with Prescott, thankfully, Kat was able to get you from the edge of the Hollow Locks to Gil'lay in about a day's time. So there was a slight time differential that occurred in your visit through the Hells, but all things considered, it wasn't too much time lost. And it is around, I would say it's around 1 a.m. by the time you reach it just looks like a stretch of road. It doesn't look like anyone camped here last night. It doesn't look like anything, or several, at this point it would be 2 nights ago. It doesn't look like anyone has been through here, just regular cart tracks, that sort of thing. But you know that the people that you are after are quite skilled in changing the way that things seem.
Yeah, can we just do a quick on a survival investigation just to see what's been altered?
Yeah.
Or if there are any tracks or anything that we could follow. Would that be investigation or survival?
That would be... I would say you can roll either.
Investigation.
You can roll either, depending on if your survival's higher or your investigation.
I rolled investigation. That would be a 23.
Okay, so with a 23, it looks like this strip around the main road, that's where the focus was on in trying to make things look right again. But investigating the area around, there are definitely things that just seem out of place. Like the grass is noticeably a little bit more dead closer to the road. And normally you would think that would be because of travel, but it just seems like it has a very strange cutoff point as to when it starts looking drier. Also continuing to look around. Ah, Belchavez! Thank you for the biddies and fellowship of the tables. Thank you for the follow. You're all really nice people, and I thank ye. And looking around, especially with Mugwort's help, he kind of lets you know how the direction that he took to escape what happened last evening, and looking through the brush path that he took. There are marrings on the nature surrounding the area that are unnatural. Like, there is a chunk of this tree that looks like it has just survived a incredibly harsh, bittering winter. And Arjhan, from where you're able to tell, it looks like this was a cone-styled spell effect that had been cast towards Mugwort as he was running, and Mugwort will confirm as much. And when they are all standing there, Mugwort will, or Prescott will kind of usher most of you off of the main road, and he is going to use a series of illusions to kind of CSI recreate the events that transpired here last evening. And this, when you are able to see Caelum, you see that there is just this barn owl style mask that he wears in a similar form and fashion to that of Alberjean. And he is wearing very breathable robes. And you can see that there is sort of just this deeply colored chainmail that rests underneath. And it looks like there are these lines and these breaks that seem to be present on Caelum's skin that are going where his veins are. And they glow with this deep purplish color. You see he still has his spell book, and riding on his shoulder is a small marionette figure. And when Farron falls, you see that it is due to Caelum's Nevermore.
Hate that.
You see Farron's body fall to the ground. He drops his sword. And Elisharis begins going after Prescott. Caelum begins to go after Mugwort. And as the head turns, you can see a little bit behind the owl mask, and it looks like Caelum's eyes are just radiating with this deep purplish energy. Arjhan, make a Blood Hunter bullshit roll.
Just an intelligence check?
Yeah.
Or Arcana?
I would say this could be an Arcana check.
Well, the same thing both times. 13.
The way that Caelum looks isn't healthy, but not in the boy needs to eat kind of way. He looks almost undead.
I'm going to keep that to myself.
Okay.
How long ago was this?
And Prescott says 2 days ago. They can be anyone if they want to. Do you know? We haven't been able to find Farron.
If they took him, we know where that would bring him.
And Prescott nods. Well, this is something that I didn't see happening quite like this. Off constantly in the keeps, teaming up to save our friends, huh?
Let's try to keep up, okay?
I'll take long strides. Now, our horses are in town, as I'm sure all of yours are as well. Perhaps we rest tonight, set out tomorrow.
How far away is the place?
You know that the fortress is approximately a 3-day ride.
Okay. Arjhan will nod.
Okay.
This doesn't make any sense.
What do you mean?
Why would they go after your human friend here? Discovery's MO is typically something exotic.
Why was Elisharis close to him before?
They shrug. He's just my dickhead of a friend.
Prescott, can you send Ascending to Pooh? Are you able to send Ascending to Faerun?
To Faerun, maybe not, but to Farron, most certainly.
God. I did my best, man. Is Faerun like in Skyrim?
No.
Where is that?
That's the
The
Forgotten
Sword
Realms.
Coast.
The
Yeah.
Forgotten Realms.
Oh my god. Doing my best here, guys.
Stay dumb today.
That's on plural.
Can you send Ascending to Faerun?
I can try. And he will mutter to him, like close his eyes, put a set of fingers up to his temple, and you see him beginning to mouth up to 25 words. Seems like he finds it easier to at least make the mouth movements of what he's trying to say. And Prescott, after he receives the message, seems to wait and waits a little bit longer. And then you hear him say, "That son of a bitch.
What?
He's still alive."
Good.
Wunderbar.
As to his current situation, he is less than pleased, to say the least.
Well, if he's sassy enough to, or if he's aware enough to be sassy, I think we're in a good position
For now.
for now. But we need to move. So sleep as much as you need. We ride at, I actually don't know what time it is.
We ride at a little bit after dawn.
Right.
and together your group begins making its way back to Gil'lay. And I'm assuming on this trip you're kind of letting Mugwort and Prescott in on what has happened since they last saw you. You have a new party member now, clearly, otherwise we wouldn't be in the situation that we're currently in. They're just interested in catching up. Their trip was significantly less exciting. They stayed in Sertelier for a while and then walked across the plains. Met some merchants, fought some stuff. That was it.
No revolutions.
Mugwort turned into stone for a while. That was weird. He got better.
Caelum lost, or Arjhan lost his mind. He was kind of just like a dumb animal for a while.
Gee, thanks.
There has to be a better way of actually like speaking that one.
Arjhan lost his ability to talk and think like a sentient being.
I went feral.
He went feral.
It didn't slow him down a bit, though.
Oh my god, no, he fucking murdered this dude. It was amazing.
He got better.
No, he didn't.
No, I mean, you got better. That guy is like a pancake now.
We're great people.
Did you fall down?
All right. So you end up being able to make your way back to Gil'lay. Thankfully, like Ken said, he was able to set up some rooms for you. By the time that you arrive, it's pretty early in the morning now. From having trekked back and forth, you're guessing that it would probably be sunrise might start coming up in the next hour and a half, 2 hours or so. It's mid-spring at this point, so it comes out whenever it feels like it before I'm ready to wake up.
I mean, we could just take a quick nap, camp out on the road when we get there. It's all the same time.
Yeah.
Okay. So you all gather your things, and Kendek will approach you, Arjhan.
Once you find your friend, will you come with me to the tower?
Yes. That's what I said I would do.
I will secure passage for your return, brother. I don't feel like I will be as useful as you would need me to be in your upcoming travel.
You've already done more than we could have asked for. If you want to say that's your decision. But yes, I will help you. I will go with you to the tower.
And he nods affirmatively and looks towards you, and you can tell that this is the first time that he is saying it out loud. But he says,
Tiamat's blessing upon you.
And with that, he will turn and make his way in Gil'lay till you guys return. He will be trying to secure passage across the lake.
Thank you, Danae.
I try.
All right, so you manage to get your horses, who are all feeling so much better here on the material plane where they are supposed to be. And together with the remaining forces of Off Constantly, you begin to travel. And it is getting towards the end of the first day when you start feeling the fact that you all did not really sleep the night before. Cori, this is a little bit easier on you, as during your times of travel when you didn't encounter anything while in Raven form, you had stayed pretty consistently awake throughout most all of this. So on this new day of travel, though, Cori, are you trying for form change?
Shoot. Yes, I am.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for summer. Use my Raven dice because I'm in Raven form. That's what went wrong last time, right? Another natural one.
Okay. Raven form it is then.
There's 2 natural ones tonight. That's fine.
Okay. And it is then the evening of the first night. Is there anything that you guys would like to discuss or converge on?
Prescott, do you know anything about the ruins that we're heading for?
And Prescott kind of shrugs and gives you roughly the same explanation that you had been given previously about these ruins, in that they are... It was the series of a 5-pointed kingdom that existed before Alira became the free states that they are currently. You know that this is on the southeastern corner of this pentagon of kingdoms, and he knows that it was once a monastery, but in a more clerical fashion. This wasn't necessarily like a martial adept style monastery, but you know that this location itself has come and gone in the in adventuring notoriety. Every once in a while, a creature will stake its claim on one of these abandoned kingdoms, and adventurers, such as Off Constantly, are then called upon to remove them. With the moving of the seasonal migration of the Goliaths, a lot of that has also kind of fallen out, as most of those areas just get used by the Goliaths when they are coming through. This is already a fortress. Why wouldn't they use that when they could get the chance?
Great. Thank you.
What's the phase of the moon?
The phase of the moon, you are 2 days after a new moon, so it is a slightly less than 3/4 waxing.
When did the attack occur?
The attack happened on the night of the new moon.
Afraid of that.
Hate that.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. How much does Coriander know about Shar?
Make a religion check.
Fucking get this.
Should have paid attention.
Not terrible. Am I trained in this? Yes, I am. So a 17.
Okay.
Oh.
As Greybeard brought up, we had a crossover episode last year. What group was Cori in for the crossover?
Which one are we talking about?
This would be the Halloween crossover. Was she in Arabelle's group?
I don't think so.
Okay.
It was Arabelle, Bartholomew, Gwen, Arjhan. So
Right.
she was in
Gotcha.
the Kefris, Caelum.
It was the sisters and the siblings and the elves that Cori's group was.
Okay. Sounds good. So, then you wouldn't know about the Night Mother from Arabelle's perspective. But you do know from what you've gathered previously, from talking with Caelum, from learning about who his deity Saloon is, you have a pretty good idea of who Shar is. Shar she's the darkness between the stars, but because of a great battle between her and her other sister over control of the night sky, effectively. She does have not a plethora of worshippers. Not many people will openly worship Shar. And the ones that do will oftentimes assume the guise of followers of other religious orders in order to further their own objective.
Would Cori know if the cult of Shar participates in human sacrifice?
She would, and they do not.
Okay. I don't know if I like that. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. This is fine. Wings' brain is working in overtime trying to predict what we're going to find when we get there. And I just need to stop doing that.
Okay.
Can I make a history check on basically who remains of the Institute? Like, which of the masked Azamar would have sided with Discovery, just to get a lay of what we might expect to fight?
Yep. You can for sure do that.
Heyo, 18.
Okay, so with an 18, you know that Discovery has a head researcher that they appointed who wears a simian mask by the name of Gibbons. They absolutely love the job that they have been tasked with in life, and that is to help Discovery, well, make new discoveries. It seems like they don't see what has happened to them to be a bad lot in life. You know that there are, in terms of what you'll be facing, you know that there were plenty of the same shock trooper style individuals such as yourself that rebelled against Discovery, but a lot of the specialty ASMR seemed to stick around as best they could. So that would explain why Crow and Boar ended up sticking around, is because to them, this lot in life wasn't so bad. Whereas figures such as yourself, who had been blessed with a little bit of humanity in comparison, were able to rise up against them. So going up against this fortress, you know that there could be anywhere between 15 to 30 of a like choose your fighter style thing. They might not be at the actual fortress, but you're guessing that there will be at least more of your former kin there.
I suggest we keep a lookout, be wary. There's going to be a lot of them there. They're not like myself, some specialize in fighting, but a lot of the people who stayed with the Discovery are crafty. In the magic sense as well.
Leave those ones to me.
Aye. If it comes down to it, eliminate the threats.
And Mugwort and Prescott both nod. All right.
That would be off.
Sounds good. So, on the first evening that you are out, Gwen, you end up getting contacted by Chua, as you had asked to be kept regularly up to date. And Chua, the first thing that she ends up saying, and she looks bedraggled. I ended up staying up all night for you to try and wait for you to go to sleep, and you stay. Why didn't you know we were supposed to be in communication?
Okay, I went to the hells. Time is all weird for me right now. I don't know what day it is. I'm sorry.
Chieftain, it is Pralnor 17th.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry I missed our call. We found out where Caelum is. We're 3 days away from there now. We're 3 days away from there now.
It's good. I wanted to give you an update on the creature.
Which one? What?
The shadow giant.
Oh, right. Okay, sorry. We were sending, someone to go pick up another creature. Yeah, go ahead.
No, Rumble Thunder, I assume, is doing fine.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I just
They
wanted
are
to.
built
Yeah,
of stronger stuff. They are an anorak.
yeah.
Or not an
So
anorak. That's a
Arak.
desert. An arak. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
It seemed like it was doing the same thing that it always did 2 days ago. It ended up looking more corporeal, like it had a sturdier form. We could see its eyes. And this time we could actually see eyes, and it looked like light shining through darkness.
Okay. Same
Yes.
place, though?
It is moving. It seems to have purpose now.
Where is it going?
And she says eastward. Southeastward.
Southeast? Like towards where we are right now?
I believe so.
Okay. Do you know how far away it is?
From the city, it is hard to say. It moves very sporadically. Sometimes it moves quickly, sometimes it moves slow.
Are there any Goliaths still in the area?
There are a few.
Okay. Why don't you have them keep tracking it? But if they can, try and get ahead of it to us so we can meet up.
You have a landmark.
Gwen looks around. We're like a day's travel away from Gil'lay.
Yes.
We're a day's travel away from Gil'lay. That's like, we're heading in a straight line to the ruins. So, I would say meet up by that one tree that looks like a penis. It's like another day's travel.
Chua just like...
You know the one I'm talking about.
Yes,
Don't give me that face.
Yes, I do know the one that you are talking about. It is a very sacred tree. It is more than just a penis-shaped piece of wood.
You're right. I'm sorry. I'm a little,
okay.
been to the hells.
You have been through a lot, it sounds like it, in these last few days.
Yeah. Caelum attacked some of his friends and took his old friends and took one of them captive. It seems like whatever they're messing with in his brain is working.
It sounds like shadow magic.
Do you have any insight, wisdom into that?
Not that I would be able to help with from here.
Right. Am I doing the right thing?
Rescuing your friend?
Going up against all these guys.
Chieftain, do you feel like it is right?
Yeah.
They have taken your friend from you. These are not good people. You are going to get your friend back. How is that not the right thing to do?
It's just nice to hear it every once in a while, you know? Okay.
That is my job as your advisor. To let you know the things you already know.
I guess that's true. All right. If anything changes, let me know. I promise I'm going to sleep on a normal basis. I don't promise that, but I will try.
And that is what counts. And she will politely.
Oh, wait! I met the Tempest, kind of. He interacted with me on like a very minimal level, but he's 100% real. I know that we know he's real, but like I actually like was there.
You had doubts?
No, I didn't, but like, you know, all the other gods that my friends have, like they interact with them sort of like, and maybe I thought I wasn't worthy and like that's why he wasn't interacting with me.
No,
but
that
he
is
did.
just... Why did he interact with you?
It's not important, but it was just more like a reassurance. All right. Something happened to Arjhan, and I had met one of the Raven Queens. No, one of the dragon, the Queen Dragon.
Let me. I'm going to stop you, my chieftain. As your advisor, let us just say he spoke to you, maybe interacted with you in some form or fashion. Never, under any circumstance, ever mention what you just told me.
No, that's why I was gonna not, and then you pushed me.
I asked a simple question. Is this how easily you bend under pressure?
To you fucking raised me. You're like my mom. I remember you bending me over your knee, okay? You know what? You have strong hands and you're a little scary.
Good. I'm glad I am a little scary. Maybe next time you won't do the thing that you didn't do.
Totally didn't do. All right, you have a good night, Chua. I'm gonna go now.
Know that I am disappointed in you.
Shit. The phone call ends with that. Gwen just kind of like sits up and she's like, fuck. My mom's mad at me, guys.
Oh.
No.
He just seems so uncaring. Oh my god. So,
why is she mad?
It's fine. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. Just don't tell anybody I tried to contact your god, okay?
Of course.
And Prescott and Mugwort both like look towards you, Gwen, when you say this.
I'm not going to talk about it. It was a hard time, okay? She rolls over in her sleeping bag.
Okay. So first day ends up going by without issue. Second day of travel begins, and as you are making your way forward, you can see towards the end of this day, off in the distance, maybe another half day's travel, the outlines of the fortress. Are you guys trying to be stealthful in your approach at all? Are you just sort of like going in a direct line towards the area, that sort of thing?
We have too many people to try to be stealthy.
That's true.
It's a fucking siege.
Okay. And late that night, you can hear what sounds like an unearthly bellow. It doesn't seem to come from the fortress. It seems to just be echoes of something far off in the distance. And from where you are all situated, it would be your northwest.
You want to have a look? He turns to Gwen.
Yeah. Cybra. Yip yip.
Okay.
She flies off into the sky.
Yep.
Why?
She can fly.
Gwen, you search for the source of this bellow, and you aren't able to find where it came from. It doesn't seem like it is within any series of miles. It just seems like it is echoing in this open space.
Can I make a nature check?
Sure.
Nature's not my best suit, but that's what it would be, right?
Yeah.
16.
This is unlike anything you've ever heard before.
This is unnatural. I'm gonna head back. I couldn't find it.
Great. Not that I'm disparaging you.
Oh shit, I didn't tell you guys. I probably did tell you guys, but I will remind you guys that there is this ethereal darkness that now has creepy corporeal eyes that might be between us and there. And that spire. It might be that.
Great.
I'm sorry, I was upset. My mom kind of got to... It's fine.
Are we gonna have to fight this thing, or can we just skirt past it?
I have no idea what the fuck it is, but any of the Goliaths that were looking at it got...
Aced.
Yeah. Actually... How close... Where are we... If I shout, will the people of the tower hear me?
The fortress will probably hear you if you yell loud enough to carry across the plains.
Okay. I will set I'll try to find a spot where I can set a fire as a signal to any of the Goliaths who are in the area as to where I am, without revealing my location to the tower fortress.
Okay.
Is that something I can do?
It is dark enough. You could make a little bit of a lean-to try and block out the light. However, you would still have a smokestack rising up.
All right, what do you guys think? There are Goliaths in the area. I think we could definitely use them. But I'd have to signal them where we are.
The more help, the better when sieging a castle.
Are they here to assist in this endeavor?
Well, I mean, they're here to do whatever I tell them to do, but like they were here to scout out this area and they saw that thing and they just were kind of watching it at this point. So now that I'm here, they don't need to watch it anymore.
Do you need the scouts or do you need an army?
I can't get the army here fast enough. Besides, I feel like with a frontal assault on this place, it's not going to be easy. It's literally a fortress, even if it's falling down.
Right. It'd be handy. Just an off thought, Coriander. If you do that thing you use to locate Prescott and Mugworth, see where your companion is in the fortress, we could beeline to them.
That's true.
Could also beeline to Farron, if he's not stripped down to his skivvies.
More than likely. She's going to point at Prescott. Would it be a good idea to let Farron know what we're doing? See if we can coordinate a breakout at the exact same time.
If they have the ability to alter memories, I have reason to believe they probably have the ability to read minds.
They might already know that we're coming.
He shrugs.
Well, we can still try.
If Aaron is as capable as you lot say he is, then when we arrive, he'll know when the signal is,
And
regardless if we communicate or not.
Mugwort
enough.
and Prescott both nod at this.
While we're planning all of this out, Cori's going to explain Revivify and the way that collecting names is related to that, and she will politely ask them for their names.
Okay. Mugwort tells you his name is Mugwort Dan. That is his full true name, as far as he is aware.
Mugwort Dam?
Dan, D-A-N.
Don't say shit. This has been 2 years in the making.
And Prescott will say Prescott Caratel.
It was easier than I thought.
We want our friend back. You want your friend back. Do whatever it takes.
I respect that.
And Prescott nods and says, let's just get our boys back. Now, what is the plan? And as he presents this option, that is where we are going to call it for tonight's session. So,
Bless.
I would like to say thank you to everybody who decided to stop by and join us for this wonderful journey. The boy is almost home. It's so soon.
I have a question, Endor.
Yeah, sure.
When was he kidnapped? When did Caelum stop being on the stream? Ow! Like when did RJ start playing Al? Yeah.
5 weeks ago now.
You fucking knew it.
What?
Yeah, I know.
What?
I was like, so what is he gonna do? Not play for like a month?
It has roughly been a month.
Yeah.
An entire arc.
Yeah, almost. Who knows?
Maybe a month and a half.
But is
If we
next
can back
week
that song.
going to be the end of the arc? Or are
Ooh,
we
do we
just at a
level?
good middle point? So
Hey, Endor, what the fuck?
Listen, we literally get there. Caelum's not there.
Don't put that evil on us. We're already starting the nights in the courtyard. Everybody, do the sign off.
Hey RJ, where can we find you? What do you do?
Hey everybody, my name is RJ on the interwebs, but you can catch me at RJustice282 on Twitter and Twitch, where I tweet about the nerdy things in my life and sometimes stream. You can catch me here on Mondays, of course, as Alberjean Ostafor, and on Sundays as Hassan, the Yuan-Ti Druid Cleric. I think this week, besides Sunday prior to our game, I'm not doing anything. But before that, you can catch myself and the lovely LBHackEmUp over at G Game Nights, where we're finishing up our Pursuit of the Black Kestrel campaign. It's a D&D 5e game where I rage and punch stuff, and I'm apparently going to cleanse a temple.
Cool. Hi, I'm LBHackEmUp. You can find me at LBHackEmUp on Twitter and Twitch, where I will be playing some Overwatch with Lauren tomorrow, who has never played before. We'll see how it goes. I keep my cool with my friends 50% of the time. On Wednesday, I'll be on Nerd Immersion's channel doing the Rada 7 Parts game with Jordan with PH and all those lovely folks. On Thursday, Lauren and I are finishing up Layers of Fear 2, which is, oh boy, just the greatest. Yeah, I love horror games. Friday at 3 o'clock, I'll be on Encounter Roleplays doing a masks game where I get to play my sweet, sweet pastel goth girl, who is probably going to reveal her secret identity to her best friend, who doesn't know that she knows that she's a superhero. And Saturday, I have the day off. Sunday, I will be with lovely RJ, G Game Nights. And then I will be back here for Tomb of Annihilation, where we might have a serious discussion about Rin. DanaeKeener.com.
Oi, I'm Cyber. You can find most of my stuff at several 1201.live. There's the Twitch. I play video games bad, and apparently destroy my arms because I said that I would do a push-up for every round that every fight would take in Final Fantasy VII. So that was fun. That's great. Wow, it hurt.
Was it like 80 push-ups or something?
I think it was between like 80 and 90, yeah. But, we did them.
Yucky.
That's the perfect thing to do whenever you're, spent the other week moving. Archives of that are on YouTube that you can find there. There's a podcast that Kyle Within and I do called Let's Talk About It. It's a Patreon where I do Tal'Dorei or Exandrian conversions of D&D modules. So that's cool. You should check that out. Links also on cyber1201.live. There's merch, cool stuff. What's not on that website is the other stuff that I do for D&D, like this. I'm here on Mondays, where you saw us. I was here on Thursdays in the Ghost Saltmarsh game, but that's done. Yeah. I'm also on a Prairie Stars channel on Saturdays where I play Kurik, the werewolf in a blood cocoon, who won't be on for another week. So yeah, check that out. I think that's it. Yep.
With that being it, hi everybody. I'm Danae Keener. You can find me at DanaeKeener.com. I do nerdy drawings mostly related to D&D and a lot of things on this channel. I play as Cori under the Elegant Paladin on Mondays, and on Sundays I'm here for the Tomb of Annihilation game, along with Rin, playing as Baz, the Drow Rogue Fighter. DanaeKeener.com.
And if you've made it this far, you probably already know who I am. But if you don't, hey Acorns, what's up? It's me, your buddy, your pal, your friend, the Indoor Adventurer, the showrunner here at twitch.tv/indooradventures. We do shows like this on Mondays and Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I don't know what we're going to be doing on Thursday, but we're going to be doing something because we just finished our Ghosts of Saltmarsh campaign, wrapped it all up nice with a bow. It was a good time, and I'm glad that I was able to play in it as a dungeon. Not really play. I was a dungeon master. It was fine. It's whatever. It's cool. Thursdays are something that you can look forward to in the future. And of course, like they already mentioned, on Sundays you can come back at 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time for our Tomb of Annihilation game. It's a great game. Would highly recommend checking it out. And the easiest way to do that is by going anywhere where audiocasts are made available for free and looking us up there, or checking us out at youtube.com/indooradventures, which you can find as part of the jabroni.tv listing of shows, which is really cool. Thanks, Liz Mac, for including us in your jabronis.
Woo!
It's a good time. But with that, I would like to say thank you to everybody who decided to stop by. Thank you to these players for putting up with my bullshit once again this week. And we'll see all of you guys next time. All right, everybody. Bye-bye!
Bye!